What's going on, America? This is Kevin from Kevin's Corner once again. About to drop my last video of the evening. See, y'all get a heavy rotation during the lockdown. I ain't got nothing else to do. Sitting around. I probably could be painting or doing something. I don't know. But instead, I'm making videos. Now, I talked about this clip during my live show. But those that don't watch my live show, I think I need to play it one more time. I need to abstract this and isolate it because it was so beautifully executed by the new press secretary for the president, who I now love. I now love her. She doesn't know it. She probably loves me too. She just doesn't know it. But nonetheless, I think I love her because she is about to give us a beautiful, beautiful example of jiu-jitsu. This right here is going to be one of the best arts and reversals that I've ever seen. This is some media jiu-jitsu, okay? She's about to take what they've been trying to do to him, President Trump, and all of his cabinet members, and flip it right on top of his head, and watch how she does it. Now, this one guy sitting up there with the mask on got the nerve to ask about President Trump's statement where he mentioned ObamaGate, as if he doesn't have any idea what President Trump could be talking about. Even though I probably was a part of ObamaGate by helping push this propaganda that the Trump administration and Trump were all just took over our whole government as Russian agents. But let's hear how she exposes this guy's fake ignorance.
So in his interview with Maria Bartiromo the other day, the president suggested that people should be jailed for what he said earlier in the week was a very obvious crime. Mm-hmm. You're an attorney and the president's spokesperson. Perhaps you could lay out the elements of this crime. What crime was committed, and in what way?
I assume you're referring to the Obama administration and the unmasking and...
President calls ObamaGate. What is it? What are the elements of that crime?
Yeah, I'm really...
Now, see, here we go. See, this guy should be bringing up the elements to her. If he was a real reporter, he would be like, all right, we know this here as I report and dug into this whole thing that this took place here, that took place. These latest documents that came out that shows all the people who were unmasking Flynn and all of these, all this stuff, all this evidence land all around for the last 2.5, 3 years. This man can't even piece that together. I mean, if I'm the guy who owns whatever media company he works for, I'm thinking, should I keep employing this guy? I mean, he can't follow the leads. They left trails for you, man. I mean, if this was a scavenger hunt, you would be the worst kid at the party. Yeah, there's a candy cane over there, and it says, find the candy cane. The candy cane's right over there, and you walk right over it. Talking about, where's the candy cane, Mom? You know, my son's a little slow. This guy right here is slow, but he's not really slow. He's playing slow. He's playing ignorant because he was complicit and all of these shenanigans, along with all the rest of the crooked, stanky, funky, dirty, nasty liberal media. So now they all have amnesia. Now they don't know how to recognize any evidence, wrongdoing, but they recognized a lot of it when they were accusing Trump. Yeah, stuff that wasn't there, they were seeing. But now stuff that is there, what evidence? I don't know what you're talking. Could you break it down for me? So now she's about to break it down for him. He asked for this. He brought this all the way on himself.
Glad you asked, because there hasn't been a lot of journalistic curiosity on this front, and I'm very glad that you asked this question. Look, there were a number of questions raised by the actions of the Obama administration. The Steele dossier, funded by the Democratic National Committee.
Boom! Now, right off grid. Every liberal media reporter should have went crazy when that came out during the Russia investigation. First thing they should have been saying is, wait a minute, you're telling me that this whole dossier that they just came up with was funded by the DNC and used to get FISA warrants? That right there seems suspicious. If Trump's administration did that as the next president was coming in, they would have had him crucified. He'd be hanging somewhere as an example in Washington on some lampposts right about now. But yet this guy, he just goes, what evidence does he have to prove that? I don't understand. That's the first thing. But let's continue.
opposition political party to the president was used to attain FISA warrants to listen in on conversations of people within the Trump campaign. There's the unmasking the identity of Michael Flynn. And we know that in a January 5th meeting in the Oval Office with President Obama, Sally Yates from the Department of Justice learned about the unmasking, not from the Department of Justice or the FBI. She learned about it from President Obama and was...
Bam! Now, this guy, ObamaGate, why is he talking? Well, Obama's name was mentioned. That's why. Do you think, Mr. Smart Reporter, that this whole thing took place right under his nose and he had no idea? I mean, he's just busy at work in the White House while the DOJ, CIA, the FBI, and the NSA, all of them were executing this coup right up under his nose. You mean to tell me he's the type of incompetent president, which he probably is. No, he ain't incompetent. He's corrupt. That's what it is. He's the type of, but see, once again, to believe that he didn't know anything, it's a double-edged sword. If he didn't know, then he's completely incompetent, which is probably true. But if he did know, he's completely corrupt. So he's probably 100% corrupt and incompetent, right? But nonetheless, just the fact that his name was mentioned being in that meeting lets you know, Mr. I don't know what he's talking about. It's President Trump bringing this up, that Obama was involved and knew what was going on. Thus, we have ObamaGate. But let's continue.
Stunned and can barely process what she was hearing at the time because she was stunned of his knowledge of that. We know that there was a lot of wrongdoing in the case of Michael Flynn. The FBI notes, for instance, that said, should we, quote, get him to lie as they pontificated their strategy?
That's not entrapment. No. According to this reporter, he's probably like, oh, what? I mean, I thought the FBI could always just violate all their protocols and make sure they violate everybody's constitution and tell them that they don't need lawyers and don't tell them that they're being, investigated or interviewed and all of that stuff. I thought all the FBI agents operate like that, standard operation procedures. I know you're right now, Kelly, you're informing me. You're informing me because as a reporter who should know these things, I had no idea. Anyway, let's continue.
We know that the identity of this 3-decade general was leaked to the press, a criminal leak to the press of his identity in violation of his Fourth Amendment rights. These are very serious questions. They've been ignored by the media for far too long. But now, and I'm very glad that I think that is the second question that I fielded on Lieutenant General Michael Flynn, because justice does matter. Those questions, they matter.
They do matter.
I heard you mention one thing you said was criminal, and that was what?
The one thing that I've said that was criminal, the leaking of his name and the very real questions that have been raised. But if you want to start talking about wrongdoing in the administration, happy to go through Andy McCabe leaking to the Wall Street Journal and then lying about it. Happy to talk about James Clapper lying before Congress, saying the NSA does not monitor phone calls. That was an inaccuracy, to say the least. If not,
he getting jumped, y'all. Somebody break it up. I feel like the black girls in Youngstown when we was younger, and the brothers get together and start fighting, and they be out there trying to stop it. Somebody break it up. That's why we can't get nowhere as a people. Y'all ruin everything, and we didn't care. Guys out there scrapping, but the girls didn't want to see that stuff. Stop it. We can't have nothing as a people, cause y'all. Yeah, that's how I feel right now. I'm saying somebody stop it, break it up. Yeah, because this woman right now is giving him the boxing gloves. The BGs right now that he brought on himself. He got in that ring. He went and picked a fight with the bull. Now he's getting the horns.
A lie. And John Brennan telling Congress that the bogus Steele dossier played no role in the Russia probe, when in fact we know it did and was the basis of attaining FISA warrants. Bam. So there's a lot of mistruths there that were said, many of them under oath. So I would point you to those and then many other real questions that I hope you all will pursue.
Now understand, Roger Stone needs to go to prison for life because he lied. Flynn should not be off the hook. He lied to the FBI. I mean, look at all of these lies and these people that were surrounded by Trump that we want to get them for perjury and they should do the time. But yet all these people under oath who were lying, nothing. But this guy is so ignorant. What laws were broken? What crimes? I don't understand. I didn't know leaking was a crime. I didn't know lying to the FBI was a crime, except only when it's Roger Stone and General Flynn. That's the only time I thought it was. But other than that, the rest of the people, they should be able to lie just because they're in the deep state and we work with them. And they should be able to lie. So he asked the question as if he was ignorant and as if she would stumble all over her words and not be able to give an intelligent response. He wasn't ready. He was not ready for that smack from the podium. She lit his face up. Right now, that mask probably shot off his face and stuck to the wall. And the whole side of his face is probably stinging and red with his eye running. Talking about I got something in my eye. Yeah, you got her whole hand in your eye. She just gave you a verbal slap across your face that you brought on yourself. And I, for one, applaud her. Now, you've been listening to Kevin and Kevin's Corner. Don't forget, find me on Facebook, Twitter, and on Instagram. Links are below. Don't forget also to hit like, share, subscribe, and the notification button. You can find me every Wednesday night in Kevin's Corner live on Facebook, YouTube, and my radio blog talk show. And let's see what else. Oh, check out Extreme Tees, my sponsor. If you like something, put Kevin in the promo code. You'll get a 20% discount. And if you want to donate to Kevin and Kevin's Corner, feel free. There's a link below this video. All right, God bless.